Dak Prescott is looking to be paid as much as Patrick Mahomes, just pretty much Patrick Mahomes money. And I think this is I don't know where that is. He's not going to get paid $500 million, but he wants to be around there. So he definitely wants to be the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. I don't really think this is going to happen for Dallas, at least, because it just doesn't seem like Dallas is willing to pay him. Now, for the reason, I have no clue what the reason is. He should be paid, given the history of Dallas and who they have paid and who they haven't. They pretty much paid everybody but Dak Prescott. And I think Dallas is a very good team with Dak Prescott, but they're not without him. And I think that was proved in 2020 when they went through like 4 quarterbacks, and none of them did even close to decent, even with the star receivers. So, I definitely think they need to get a deal done, but I don't know. It looks like the deal's moving into a productive state. But I mean, there is a deadline, and if they don't meet that deadline, that means that Dak Prescott will not get a deal done, and that could lead to a trade. So I think he should, in my opinion, I don't think he should play for the Cowboys, just because of everything that goes on with the Cowboys. They're always in the news, and it's a lot of the times in a negative way, because they are the most recognized team in the NFL, and that could be a positive thing too, but I just don't think Dallas has treated him the way a lot of other teams could, like the Washington football team, the Patriots, who need a quarterback. I definitely think those are better spots. I think he needs to go somewhere with, in terms of how his offense is, I think it's very good with the good receivers and the O-line, who is a lot of the times hurt, and very old players. So we'll see what happens. But I think the defense, the Cowboys really don't have a good defense, and I just don't think they're gonna win, even with Prescott, any sort of Super Bowl or meaningful game. The Washington football team, it definitely would fit Dak Prescott. I think if he went there, and if they brought in some old linemen, they have a good receiver, maybe brought in another one. Their defense is already very good. They held the Patriots to like 21 points in the playoffs, so I think that's a very good fit. The Patriots, I think, is a good fit just because you're playing with Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels, but I don't think there's many weapons. I think Cam Newton will come back for another year. I think that's the best option, unless they want to go out and trade for a Dak Prescott, who, maybe they could orchestrate a trade with Stephon Gilmore in it. I don't know if the Cowboys need a cornerback as much as Stephon Gilmore, but it would be nice. The Seahawks obviously makes sense because of the Russell Wilson thing, but I just need to get out of the way. He's not getting traded this offseason, so, I think next offseason is when we can legitimately talk about a trade, but this offseason is not going to happen just because $39 million cap hit, and I just don't think that the Seahawks are even considering it. So I think Russell Wilson is more considering it than the Seahawks. I don't think the Seahawks are at that point to where they really consider a deal to happen. But I think that, if they could get a deal done, it would be a lot of money. And, in terms of trading for a guy like Deshaun Watson, who even knows if he's going to be traded? I think Dallas is a sleeper team, maybe. But I don't think the Texans are necessarily looking for that star player like Zeke. Zeke wouldn't even, nobody wants Zeke, first of all, or DeMarcus Lawrence, or Amari Cooper, or CeeDee Lamb. They're not really looking for that. I think they're looking for draft picks, so maybe 4 first-round picks. I think that's what they should aim for, instead of like a star player. The Seahawks, on the other hand, if this was next year or next off-season, would be looking for that. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. I hope he succeeds, because I really think he's a very good quarterback.